At 52, Eleanor believed her story had come to an end, until the sea offered her a quiet, unexpected second beginning. Eleanor drifts through her days, weighed down by guilt, haunted by the question, why did he die, and she survive? The cottage stood crooked against the wind, its roof sagging and ivy coiling tightly around the door, while inside, silence hung thick as dust. Finn never asks about her grief. He simply arrives with a cup of tea, sawdust clinging to his boots, and a quiet presence that somehow understands. Eleanor's wit is as sharp as sea glass, cutting, yes, but smoothed by pain. She uses sarcasm to shield her heart, until, unexpectedly, that same sharpness becomes the way someone finally gets close. The sea doesn't rush its healing, and neither does Eleanor. With every tide, her grief recedes just enough to let a little more light in. As Eleanor sands away the rot and repaints each splintered board, she's doing more than restoring walls. She's slowly putting herself back together, one quiet act of care after another. Their love isn't shouted from cliffs. It lives in quiet moments, a shared cup of tea, mended fishing nets, and silences that carry more meaning than any vow ever could. Eleanor freezes mid-laugh, and in that moment, guilt crashes over her like a wave. Could feeling joy now be a betrayal of the man she loved? Just as low tide uncovers what the waves have hidden, Eleanor's quiet moments of vulnerability start to bring to light truths she's kept buried for so long. Second Love isn't a replacement. It's a new chapter, written with different ink, but carrying just as much truth. Their love unfolds over time in glances, not grand gestures, deeply felt, gently shown, and never rushed, revealed most clearly in the quietest moments. The Second Life Chronicles follows souls over 40, those who are lost, grieving, or reinventing themselves on quiet, personal journeys toward rediscovery. Book 2. The Last Good Year follows a forensic psychologist as she escapes a toxic marriage, only to rediscover herself alongside a colleague who's known her all along. Book 3 follows a retired nurse overwhelmed by caregiver burnout, until she meets a widowed GP who understands the true cost of sacrifice, and together they discover a silence worth holding on to. Dr. Stephen F. Myler draws on his deep understanding of grief and trauma, weaving that psychological insight into every page of his fiction to give it a truly authentic spine. From Shanghai clinics to the windswept shores of England, Myler's global perspective gives life to characters who are reserved, deeply real, and quietly honest. Romance opens the door, but Eleanor's true journey unfolds in her quiet reckoning with grief, guilt, and the courage to feel again. Even in grief's shadow, hope weaves through every chapter, quiet, stubborn, and stitched together with moments of laughter. In a world fixated on youth, this story offers a quiet truth. Midlife isn't the end. It's where real depth begins. The sea doesn't offer advice, it simply holds space. Its tides mirror Eleanor's grief and then gently pull her toward a place of calm. Healing doesn't arrive in grand gestures. Instead, it's found in a repaired window, a shared laugh, or a walk at dawn. Quiet resilience rebuilds a life. At 52, Eleanor proves through her own story that love and adventure are not only for the young. They are earned through loss, resilience, and the courage to begin again. As the tagline says, this is a love story about rebuilding everything the sea took away. Let Eleanor's journey remind you that it is never too late to begin again, with honesty, humor, and an open heart.